We're going to be making some cards tonight. So grab out your pieces of scrap paper that perhaps you don't love so much. That's what we're kind of looking at. And some simple technique, or a couple of simple techniques to make some masculine style cards. And you can make them feminine. It's all about the papers you use, okay? All about the papers, and also perhaps the shapes as well. So I've grabbed out, here it is, my lovely stitched leaves dies, because I haven't loved these as much as, no, what am I saying? I love them. I haven't loved on them as much as I should have. So welcome everybody. Thank you for popping in on the replay if you haven't caught me live. I appreciate everybody who pops in to see what I'm up to. Thank you for being nosy enough to see what I'm up to today. Hope you had a good weekend. We did. And sorry, I was going to try and get on a bit earlier, but I've just spent the last 20 minutes trying to scoop out my ink blocks that fell behind the radiator. Yes, don't do that. Don't let your ink pads rather, fall behind a radiator. It's not fun. Anyway, howdy doody. Hope you guys are well. So let's say a quick hello. Who's on the live? Christine, Bonnie, Cindy, Vicky, Janice, Linda, Tina, Sharon, Ruth, and Marie. Hello, everybody. And everybody who's watching who's too shy to say hello. Okay, so let's just talk about then papers. How you choose papers for a design so that your motifs, as it were, are going to stand out. So I've decided I want to get using up this paper. I've got quite a few colours here. So what I'm going to do is choose a colour that I'm only going to use for my leaves so that they stand out. So I'm kind of going to go for this orangey colour, which is either Calypso Coral or Terracotta Tile. I'm not too sure which. But anyway, that's the colour I'm going to choose for the leaves. And then it means that whatever I do in my background, the leaves are going to show up. All right, so bear that in mind when you've got lots of papers perhaps to use up. They may not be, you know, of course I'm demonstrating with Stampin' Up papers, but you may have lots of papers from various different companies. So you need to think how the colours are going to work together. So I'm going to use my Stampin' cut and emboss machine, my big mama tonight, to cut out these leaves. And I've just grabbed the correct plates for that. Now Stampin' Up have made it fabulously easy to use this machine, because on every plate, well, the white plates, it's got the recipe, as it were, for everything that you need. Now I'm going to cheat. I'm putting 2 sheets of paper in, because I figure that if it can cut cardstock, it can cut 2 sheets of paper. It just cuts a little bit down on the cutting time. So these leaves here have got an outer section, and then they do have an inner section, which if you want to use is lovely. It's like the embossing bit that you can use. So you can very carefully lay that in the middle and you get that effect. Now I've just realised this leaf here, I don't actually want all that stem. So I'm going to pop that off there a little bit. So who else have I just seen come in? Hi, Janine, Karen, Wendy, Deb, Elizabeth, Patty, Connie, Ruth Isaacs, Valerie, Delinda, Kathy, Monica, Joanna, Lorraine, hello. So whose clocks changed this weekend? Ours did in the UK. We went forward an hour, so we lost an hour. But hi Liz. I know it's this sort of time of year they all start to change, don't they? But I'm not sure who's what, where, when. Oh, yours changed last weekend. Okay. Hi, Diane. Aaliyah, it is very, very, very late. See, I went to bed particularly late on the, what night was it? The Friday night, in the hope that then I would want to go to sleep earlier on the Saturday. It sort of worked. Sort of worked. I have to kind of like trick my brain and my body into doing it. Okay, so I did 2 passes there. Went that way, this way, that way. You know what I mean? So I'll just put these all here like that. Now the other die in this set is this really cool, like embossing. No, not embossing. It's like stitches. It's very cool. I'm not sure if we're going to use it today. We'll see. Anyway, I've cut myself out these leaves. Yes, it's almost 10 in the UK. Right, that's that bit done. Oh, Wendy, I'm still looking for your little die. I borrowed Wendy's petals, Pierce Petals dies off her, and she messaged me and said, can you look out for a petal, because I've clearly not put it back, or it's fallen out or something. But anyway, I lost this die the other day and I found that on the floor, so there's hope yet, Wendy. Yeah, I have had a quick look in my cart to see if sometimes they fall out the plastic packaging, but it's not there. But I will keep looking. Right, so you guys may already have some little strips of paper and card. I don't. I might keep that dragonfly one just in case I need it for, just see what's on the back of these. No, I'm cutting up the ones that I don't care for so much. That one's alright. Do that one there. There we go. Right, so I'll probably cut 3 in one go. So I'm going to cut. Yeah, so basically I'm not going to be hoovering in this section of my house until I find it. That's what I usually do. So that I have no risk of completely losing it. It's nearly 8 AM Tuesday. Well, good morning, Margaret. I hope you had a good night's sleep. So I'm just cutting myself some strips from this paper. And yes, I have got 3 sheets of paper in here because I believe our trimmer can cope with it. And I'm cutting them at 1 centimetre widths. So for you guys in the States, or who like to use Imperial, not just the Americans, it's just under 1/2 inch. So you could do 1/2 inch, that'd be fine. So, yes, it should turn up Wednesday. To be honest, I didn't even use it, so it might have come just lodged. Oh, actually, have you checked? Just have you opened it up completely? Because sometimes they go round the corner, if you know what I mean. They go around the back of the other packaging. But because I don't actually remember getting it out. That's not to say it isn't out. So, hi, Mr. Linda. Hum hum. What are you humming about? So yeah, so we had quite a nice weekend because Tom preached at our kind of planting church on Sunday evening. In real life, he actually preached in front of people instead of just two cameras or two phone screens. So that was nice. We headed there, and a few of us from church were able to go and enjoy other people, sitting with other people. It was lovely. Okay, so you have seen me do this type of technique before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some strips in a row here and stick some strips in a row here, and then put my decorative elements across the strips. So I'm going to grab out my you can use a variety of different things. You can use the tape runner that we have. You could use your tear tape. Look at that, nice big dust ball there. Don't know how that got on there. Oh well, it's going to get covered up anyway, so that'll be all right. So just I'm doing two kind of strips of that, and that should be enough to hold. That's a good idea, Karen. Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't even remember seeing it out, so I'm a little bit perturbed. Anyway, it'll turn up. Either that, or I'll just have to reimburse dear Wendy. You did check it. Okay, Wendy. No worries. I will check my end properly then. Okay, so this is going to be very therapeutic for me. So you guys are going to have to entertain yourselves somewhat. Let's have a think. What could we entertain ourselves with? Oh, no, what am I doing? No. Don't want to stick that there just yet. I should just do it, layer it, piece on piece, like that. And yes, I am tearing it, because that's the way we roll on this channel. Sometimes it is just easier to tear something. So that is what I do. So the aim is to have sort of varying heights of various patterns, and grab what tickles your fancy. You know, if you like going from pattern to pattern and having a bit of a connection, then that's fine. If you'd like just going for opposites, that's great. But what's wonderful about the Stampin' Up! Paper is that they coordinate so well. So especially with the, you know, this type of, when you've chosen colours that kind of go together well. Okay, is that clear, guys? I don't know, it feels a little bit fuzzy. I'm just going to give the screen a little. Oh, there we go. That feels better. Hi, Carol. Hi, Tashana. Hope you guys are well. Oh, there we go. This is coming along quite well. All clear with you. Oh, good. Your eyes, thank you. Oh, my new catalogue arrived today. I'm allowed to show you the outside of it. Who wants to see the outside? I can show you the cover. You may have already seen it, or those of you who are demonstrators may have already seen it, but who fancies a sneak peek? You can see quite clearly the results of one of the new stamp sets. Very pretty. Oh, yeah, I think us guys in the UK seem to get it a bit quicker because we've had so many issues with our postage, things getting to us, that Stampin' Up sort of made sure that they got sent a bit earlier for us, which I'm very grateful, because we have had it a bit rough here, to be honest, in the UK. Anyway, here's the front cover. I'll show you, and your catalogue. But look at this. Oh my goodness. I have to say, this is probably one of my favourite suites. This features items from one of my favourite suites in there, and you can see there's a die there, these gorgeous leaves, and then this flower stamp, this leaf stamp, and I'm trying to think if that's some of the colour. That pink is quite close to the pink that's coming. And look, can you see there's a little bit of gold foil stuff. Not as, I don't think as good as this year's, just my opinion, but we do have a little bit of a hint of gold foil there. So, and these papers have got gold running through it. So yes, the new layering stencils, there's some new layering stencils coming, and I am very much looking forward to playing with those. I hope Sheila's happy with those new stencils. So, hi Charlie. I'm saying hello to Charlie because who's just said hello to Charlie? Lorraine has. So welcome. Hi Esther. Oh, you're watching the live. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad that you managed to catch us. Well, you're very welcome. You settle yourself in and get to know folks, because if you've been watching for a while but not on the live, then you probably know who the regular ruffians are. Okay, so there's my first section done, which I quite like. Yeah. So my idea was just work on this section for here for now. I can't show the inside, Barbara. No, I can only show the cover. Yeah, that's always been the rule. Yeah. Okay, so let's take apart some of these flowers, leaves rather, and figure out, you know, so this is going to be cut into 2 cards, and I don't know, I think even just one of those on their own looks fabulous. You know, I could just do that. It's in your top 3. What's that about? T-shirts. Brie. Yes, the ruffians. The Artful Stampin ruffians. I was trying to think of it. There's another word I wanted to use, but I couldn't think of it. Not hooligans. That's a bit too... Ruffians and hooligans, probably a bit too strong for you lot. Oh, what's it called? What's it called for when it's people that are like always involved in something? What's the phrase? Anyway, I'm just playing with these little leaves because this is really what I had envisaged, where we have a strip of like leaves stuck. Motley Crue. I think maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe it's that type of thing. Okay, I'm not going to stick these leaves down, but I'm just showing you. This was my idea. So you can see the contrast. You've got this lovely orangey colour, and then you've got that contrasted with the white and the blue and the yellow and the green in the background. So that was kind of my idea with this, and then you'd have this in half. But I think it's probably easier to cut these pieces down before doing that. Okay, right, let's do another one. Now I'm going to use exactly the same strips, but I might try and change it up a little bit to try and, there's some of these have got other colours on them, so I'm going to see what happens. Oh, actually, no, what I'm going to do is try doing it just from the edge this time. Let's change it up a bit. Let's see what happens when we do this. Groupies. Maybe groupies is the word I was thinking of. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so some of these have got other colours on them. So let's try and use some of these up. Now it doesn't matter if I go over a little bit at the top, I can always cut that down, that's not a problem. Were these strips left over? No, I cut them. Yeah, I cut them. However, you know, sometimes when you do a project where you perhaps make quite a few of a similar card, you do end up with, you know, similar shaped strips. They might not be exactly, you know, 1 centimetre or half an inch or whatever it is, but sometimes, you know, you do end up with them looking a bit like this. So but I wouldn't have minded if they were different sizes, to be honest. You know, it would not have bothered me. Oh, ew, 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 ew. Right, there we go. I'm liking the texture of these. But I'm trying to, like, because there's a little bit of yellow there, I'm connecting it to a little yellow strip there. That bit's got white, so I'll attach it to one with white. I'm trying to have some sort of connection between them all, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to tear them at different sizes. Put this one down here. Then I want something with a bit of white now. Maybe a bit of yellow. Oh, well done, Jan. It's been quite a mammoth job for you. Oh, now I did want to try and sneak in some of this orange here, but I'm not feeling it. So I'm not going to do it. Oh, I forgot about the bees. Oh, I better put some bees in. Put some bees next to the dandelions. There we go. Forgot about that side. Make sure I put some up here. I went to visit a friend yesterday. No, not yesterday. Saturday. And he is a beekeeper. And he was saying that this time last year, the bees were very busy, but our spring has been quite slow this year. So it's a bit. It's not. He said it's not going to be a good year for honey because in the UK that is, because we've had a slow spring. They would have been more active, and he said now we're expecting some warm weather over the next few days, but the bees won't be able to catch up and do what they're meant to do, unfortunately, because they're behind. But he said that's the way it is. Oops, excuse me, forgot to turn my notifications off. Okay. just wanted to make use of that lovely bee paper there. Pop that last bit in there. Don't know if that's going to stick, but no, it's not. Okay, I might have to stick that on myself. Oh, actually, by the time I've cut it down, I won't need it. Right, let's lift this up a bit. Let's get the trimmer out. Cut this all down. So. Oh dear, that's not good, Sheila. A colourful zebra or a pedestrian crossing. Very good. Hi Heidi. Alright, okay, I'm going to have to just get my scissors and trim off a piece, otherwise I'm not going to be able to... Oh no, I can put it at the bottom of my trimmer. Oh, I'll take that bit off. I'll cut this first and then put that bit on. So I'm cutting these down so that I can stick them on in the base that I would normally use. So actually if I cut that, oh no, let's flip this round. Cut that down to 10 centimetres. Tiny bit coming off there, that's okay. So I'll just stick on an extra piece there. Have a look at this. I might just trim this down. You've not gone to bed yet? Oh my life, Heidi. You must have been very busy. Oh, I did lose that B one off the end there. Excuse me. And what I'm going to do is take this bit off, because I wasn't happy with the way that I'd stuck it on anyway. Hi Caroline Warren, welcome. We have a few Canadians who watch. Hi Linda, nice to see you. Right, I'm just going to rescue that bit of bee paper. Oh no, I don't know if I can rescue it. Come on. I need you. Right, let's stick you on there. Because I do want to have that nice bee bit there. Right, so let's look at where we can put these leaves. Actually, I do want to stretch these out a little bit more, because I've just realised I've got to do 4 of these. There we go, that's better. That's one. We've got the other one here, which just need to fix up. So I just need to stick something along there, but I think I'm going to use my wet glue to do that, because I don't think I'm going to get a fine line with the tape stuff, the sticky tape. Just a little bit there. Put a wee strip here. Okay. There we go. Right, let's focus on this one. So I'm going to cut this one down to 10 centimetres, which is about 4 inches. So just do whatever works for your sizing that you normally do. We're making men's cards today, Heidi. So we've just stuck loads of strips down like this, and then we're going to stick some leaves across it. So this is just like a really formulaic way of making cards that are just a bit interesting, uses up some scrapbook paper or pattern paper. You can even use your one sheet wonders, your strips of, if you've got leftover one sheet wonder things, you can use that. Okay, so for added dimension, of course, you can use some dimensionals if you don't want to use glue. Just seeing what I've got to hand. Got these ones. I don't know where my box of dimensionals has gone. Oh, here they are. Got ones to use up. Right, let's do this. Let's get these stuck down. So I felt that one of these just there like that, done. Looks good. But I think lots of dimensionals. When I say lots, just one on each bit. Glenna would love the leaf with the dots on it. Ah, yes. What, these ones? They're sort of like little dashes. Is this the one you mean? Ooh, brownies, yum. May and I went out for a bit of a walk today around town, and we popped to what we call the posh bakery, where you go, how much is that? And then you go, oh, I think I'll leave that for today. For some items. And then other items you go, oh, go on then. Oh, go on. So we bought a pasty, this meat pasty, which was very tasty. So she gave me a little bit of it. And then I bought a pork pie, which I had every intention of eating. Except we then walked by the stall, which was open today, of the guy selling hot pork baps. So it's basically what you guys in America call pulled pork. It's a bit like that. In a roll with applesauce and stuffing. But we didn't go for the stuffing, we just had applesauce. So my reasoning was, I can give the pork pie to Tom. I'll take that home to him. So May and I, we had that, and then we'd already bought some raspberries. Yeah, Wendy can concur with me about that, yes. I'll make you some Chelsea buns, Wendy. Ah, now, okay, my OCD's taking over. I can't put that next to that because it's the same pattern. Oh, Christine wants some Chelsea buns. Yes, I'm trying to perfect the Chelsea bun using my bread machine to make the dough, because it does make life a little bit easier. Okay, that's all right there, isn't it? Oh, they do sell them at that shop, Liz. Yeah. Is Evans's in Newtown still open? So for those of you who don't live in our area, there's this bakery that is renowned for Chelsea buns. Oh, and then Aberystwyth, Liz. You know the bakery in Aberystwyth? They sell Chelsea buns. Yeah, when we went there last summer with the kids. Right, I'm just going to cut this off the leaf in the hope that when I stick this down onto some card, it actually might fit and I won't need to cut any more off. There we go. Just about. It might fit in an envelope. See, I don't really want to cut that bit off either. But I think that would just about fit in an envelope as it is. Now, if you want to do a bit more manipulation of these strips, you can do. I'm just trying to get them to curl a little bit. So I'm just stroking the scissors, like the handle of the scissors. I'm just doing that with them. The leaves are from the stitched, excuse me, Stitched Leaves dies. And these are carrying over. The papers aren't carrying over. If you like these, they're from the they're called the Dandy Garden Designer Series paper. These aren't carrying, but the leaves are. But this is kind of more of a video to show you how to use your scraps, really. As well. Yeah, they're like well, what the Americans would kind of call a sticky. I don't know. Would you call it a cinnamon bun? I don't know. It's basically a bread dough that you then stretch out. You put sugar, fruit, whatever you want really, cinnamon, spices, and then you roll it up and then you cut it and then you bake it with the swirl showing. That's basically it. So I'm sure all over the world there are different names and people who do it different ways. I did, Delinda, yes. Although when I read it, I was like, that's not clotted cream. But no, you're right. It was a variant. Yeah, a variant of clotted cream. Yeah. Ours is basically just cream. I don't know, was that like a healthy version? Oh, Heidi, you're in the sound. I do believe that every demonstrator, you know, people talk about the 7 stages of grief. Well, every demonstrator goes through that when the old catalogue goes and the new catalogue comes. Yeah. It soon will pass, Heidi. My condolences. I have a hair... Oh, Martina. Martina has a hairy bun, everybody. Or did you think I said bum? Oh my goodness, this is conjuring up all sorts of images now. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, I'm taking that off because I don't like the blue against the blue there. So, because I know I've got another little strip that I can stick. You love the new one last year. Oh, that's the problem, you see. You love the last year's one too much. Can't let go. Well, the trick is to buy all the things that you like, and then you'll have them. Because they gotta keep moving forward, these companies, unfortunately. I have a physical copy, Linda. Yes, yeah. I was saying earlier that Stampin' Up, I think, wanted to make sure that in the UK we got ours because we were having so many issues with deliveries and Brexit and blah blah blah. So, okay, so that's 2 done. So 1, 2. Let's have a look at these 2. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Yeah, they do, Heidi. Yeah, they do. They you know, they have to keep current, and you know, there are customers who buy a lot of different things. And also the thing to remember is that with any catalogue, you're not going to love every single thing. So for, I don't know, I'm going to generalize here. So say I was totally just into florals, which I am. I'm not really, but that's my thing. That's my bag. Then some people say, like Wendy Wu, say for example, she's into cutesy. And then we have somebody else who's into sort of minimal, more graphic design style. That's that. Then you have people who perhaps like simple shapes, you know, that kind of person. Well, there's actually only going to be, so for example, there's only going to be sort of, I don't know, 25% of the catalogue that only appeals to only one person, to one type of craft or one person. So there has to be this kind of constant, you know, renewal of stuff. So the trick as a demonstrator, if you're looking to make money, is make your purchases very carefully. Is make sure that you are teaching your customers how to use whatever they choose. So although you may not choose something that they would choose, at least you're giving them the skills to be able to use them. So you don't necessarily have to buy everything yourself. So yeah, sometimes things can sell that are not, you know, that unpredictable, you know, it's just unpredictable. You know, some things just really take off. The issue for Stampin' Up, of course, is that they have to have their catalogues. They're working on catalogues 2 years in advance, so they don't know in 2 years' time what's suddenly going to become popular, and they just have to make that call. So they can't just before the day of the print go, oh, we've realised that that's really doing well, because actually these catalogues were printed up probably months ago, well, at least a month ago. So they don't know what's going to be selling really well 6 months in advance, you know. So yeah, sometimes it seems a bit nonsensical, I do get that, but you do have to keep thinking of the bigger picture, and you know, there is huge logistical issues that they have to contend with. So there we go. But I'm going to keep enjoying what I have, and you know. Okay, I'm a bit frustrated now because I just want one little flower in that paper, not flower, leaf, to sit there. But anyway, I'll come back to that because that's starting to annoy me. Yes, I do agree about the circle punches. I did wonder about that, but you don't know what they're going to bring back. Do you think they're phasing out the punches? No, I don't, Sue. No, because look at the amount that are in the new catalogue. Yeah, no, I don't think they are. I think they appreciate that there are some people who won't ever buy the machine. No, they just from a ergonomic point of view as well. The punches are just so easy to use. So no, I don't think they are. I think they're coming out with more dyes, which is nice, you know, because there are a lot of massive companies out there doing a lot of dyes, and so they need to compete with that. And also remember, the thing that Stampin' Up has got going for it is exclusivity. So when we design a stamp set, you cannot buy that stamp set anywhere else unless you're buying it illegally. So no, there's nothing to replace the circle. Not at the moment, no. I mean, it might be that eventually they go, okay, yes, we do need to bring them back in. But at the moment, no, there's nothing. Nothing in the new catalogue anyway. We have the circle dies. Yeah, we've got loads of circle dies. And actually, we've got a new circle die coming out that's... It's actually sort of, how to explain it? It's like one big die and it has circles in it. So you can use the cutouts and you can use the big bit, like just almost like little portholes. Like, anyway, it's brilliant. I love it. I think I can see some really fun things being made with it. So yeah, so also the thing to understand, sorry we're talking about catalogues so much while I'm doing these, is that they have deliberately made the annual catalogue a little bit smaller because they're targeting different people with the different catalogues. So the annual catalogue is designed to be targeted at the what's called the casual crafter. So somebody who's crafted more than a couple of times. They are crafters, but they need their staples. Yeah, so that's why you've got all the inks, the tools, all that is in there. That's your basic kind of catalogue. Then the mini catalogues, they've now stretched the time that those items are available for. Do you remember they only used to be available for 4 or 5 months? They're now available for 6 months. So they're running a mini catalogue. Oh no, what? Let's do it using card. This is helpful, isn't it? So we've got January to June mini. Then we've got we're going to have the July to December mini. And then we've got the annual catalogue then that will starts about here, but then stretches from there throughout the whole year. So and we're also going to have celebration at this point here when sales are quite quiet generally. And then we also have a bit of a slump in the summer holidays, so that's why we've got celebration coming in the middle of the summer holiday, the summertime coming again. Ruth, do you know why the names are, for example, Poppy Parade? I do not actually, Karen. No, I don't. They are jolly helpful. I find it easier to remember. I think alliteration does help things. Yeah, I think it's quite fun. Because I know other companies do have, you know, they call things similar names, but I don't know any other company that has the same sort of alliteration. It's fun. I like it when it's more like fruity or foodie based, because it's like I can actually taste those things. Do you remember, like, they did Tangerine Tango, and oh, do you remember that year where they had strawberry slush and baked brown sugar, and oh, it was just, oh, yum yum. Oh, Linda, illegally? Oh yes, when the Chinese manufacturers, they copy, they get hold of, and this is why, demonstrators, please do not share the electronic copy online. Please don't do it. Not before the time that you're meant to, because they get hold of the images and they make inferior quality products, sell it for half the price, and us demonstrators, we get absolutely diddled out of our wages, basically. You know, that commission that belongs to us, that we work hard for, we don't see any of that. And the quality is atrocious. So it gives Stampin' Up a bad name. So if you ever see copies of Stampin' Up imagery on Amazon, please report it. Send it to me if you want to. I don't mind. Yeah. I mean, some of those companies, like Wish and that, they do come up with their own designs. Some, but generally they are copied from another company. And yeah, it's not on. Because yeah, we don't. Yeah, this is probably the only time I'm going to mention that website, because I refuse to even give them publicity. Right, I quite like it with the frilly fringy. It's a bit of fun. They probably will get squashed in the envelope, but it's fun, isn't it? Oh, Wendy, report it, my darling. They're on the I think there is an email that you can report it to, or you just send a link to Stampin' Up. So info@Stampin' Up, I think it is, or is it Stampin' Up @info? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, you can report it directly to them. Yeah, they're having massive legal battles with these companies at the moment. Yeah. See, Liz knows quality now. Hi, Miss Glenna. Right, so I've got to choose some card for this one. Let me see what I've got already cut. Have I got one yellow one? Oh no, maybe not. Oh yes, I do. I do. Oh, that's nice. Nice and bright and happy. So, would you guys be happy giving these to the masculine folks in your life? Guys and gals who don't like pretty and frilly? Oh, good on you, Christine. Oh, really, Diane? Yeah. Not good. Right, there we go, guys. So, 4 masculine cards made from some bits of DSP scrap. I've still got a few here left. These will just go in my scrappy box to make some scrap cards with, which may... the kids are sort of ish on holiday now, so you would think I was a bit more freer in the day, but today seemed to just go by a bit, and I felt a little bit weary this morning, so we had a slow start. Oh, that's the other thing, dragonflies. For some reason, even though dragonflies are sort of fluttery and pretty, for me, I tend to view them as slightly more masculine than butterflies. But so I don't know if you agree with me there, but sometimes I'm happier to put a dragonfly on a masculine, more happy to put a dragonfly on a masculine card than I am a feminine one. So obviously it's the wrong colour, but there we go. Now, if you wanted to add some extra detail, you could have used this piece here to do that. Well, it could be the end. I might come back on because I've just had a message that I need to read properly. Someone asking me to make some Easter cards. So I might nip off now, clear my desk, and I might come back because I need to make these Easter cards. So I know that I bought one from a company that sold dies. One of the dies was Santa's watch. Oh. Thank you, Delinda. Oh, thank you everybody that went and watched that video, because I made a boo-boo with the blog hop. So whenever I do that blog hop, it's so organised. Sarah Levin is amazing, and it's all very well organised. And what we're meant to do is we're meant to put the address of the web blog post into this thing, link generator thing, and then we take the HTML coding and we put it in our blog. And so on everybody's blog who took part, we have the links to everybody else's. Well, of course, who's the dunce that forgot? Me. So my blog links to everybody else's, but I forgot to put my link, so nobody's blog linked to mine. So the blog always goes live about 9 o'clock, and I thought, oh, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, oh, nobody's commented on my blog so far. And usually Sarah at the least, you know, pops on and says, you know, lovely project or whatever. So I checked my blog post, and of course mine wasn't there, and I was like, oh no. So normally I get, you know, quite a few more, like a couple of hundred extra visitors to my blog posts when I do that hop. Wow, no, not yesterday. So that's why I thought, oh, I better remember to share it out with you guys, so that at least you guys got to see the video. But please do go and have a look at the, well, I can show you them now actually, blog post, because the photos really show off the, but I can show you here as well. So this was the card that I made. So if you haven't seen that video, this was yesterday's video that went live, and I love all this. You've got this ribbon, haven't you, Wendy? You can do this with it. So I love it. And it's glittery. Very glittery. Agreed, dragonflies are good. Are predators so well? Yes, they are more masculine. Very good. So I loved using these leaves. So pretty. And oh my gosh, I made this such a pretty card for my parents. Oh, I think I told you about it, but I can't show it to you. So look out for the Stamp Around UK video hop on the 1st, because you'll see it then. So there we go. Right, I'm going to say goodbye, but I might be back. So anyone who wants to stick around, you'll see me in a bit, because I need to make these Easter cards for my friend. So let me know which is your favourite. Hold on, let's put this in order. So I did that one, that one, and then that one. Okay, if you've got any questions, please do let me know. And yeah, thank you everybody. Thanks for sharing this out as well. Got 80 people watching. Woohoo! Fabulous. Lovely to see you all. One and three. Ah, so you prefer the singular leaves, not the busy one. No, I'm not having you on, Martina. I might come on and do something funny on the 1st of April. But no, not that. That's yeah. I will hopefully aim to schedule it properly, so you will see it. Ah, so that's interesting. You guys seem to favour just a single one. Oh, this one I feel is unfinished. Pop that in there. No, that doesn't work. Oh, you like the shredded ribbon. Thank you. Yeah. I'm pleased I discovered that. Just going to cut this down here. Okay. Just needs to fill in that little bit there. Right. Take care. Thank you for joining. Yes, my son's birthday is on the 1st of April. Bless him. along with my nephew, Tom's nephew, and also another friend of mine. So busy 1st of April. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.